Hi, I'm Max, and I'm talking about greener cities. So what am I saying? I'm saying that both rural areas, suburban areas, and cities can all be greener. What do you think causes more damage, cities or suburbs? Oh, that's a question. Does anyone think they know? Ryan.
Cities.
That is not correct. In some cases, cities cause more damage than suburbs, but in most cases, suburbs cause more damage. Why do we have suburbs? Suburbs used to be much more relevant than cities. For the bigger populations could live in cities, people who were growing crops could live in rural areas, and then people who were kind of in between didn't really need to live in a city could live in suburbs. But as the human population is growing, suburbs are becoming more and more relevant. Why are suburbs so bad? Much of the reason suburbs are bad is because they're sprawling out and out, which causes there to be houses, restaurants, and places where people work. Part of that is bad because it takes up a lot of land with less people, less jobs, and less restaurants than in a smaller area. And it's also bad because cars driving to your job, to your restaurant, cause gas to be released into the environment, which is bad for the environment. So Kanpur in India is one of the most polluted cities on the planet, whereas Kollam Kerala, also in India, is one of the least polluted cities in the planet, which shows that some cities just don't really care and have too many vehicles driving around that just aren't good for the environment. So the key to eco-friendly cities is skyscrapers, because you can fit more tenants, have more restaurants, and have more people living in one and a smaller area. So skyscrapers better than suburbs? For my research, I believe that skyscrapers are better than suburbs because you can fit more tenants, more restaurants, and more people in one smaller area. So what is an eco-skyscraper? An eco-skyscraper is a skyscraper that is usually made of steel and glass or other small objects, well, not small objects, like sturdy objects that can build a tower that's tall and then incorporate nature, multiple tenants, multiple restaurants, and lots of people into one building. So an example of this is the Shanghai Tower in Shanghai, which is 182 stories, has nature incorporated into the building, has multiple tenants, multiple restaurants, and hundreds of people living in it. So cities can easily become polluted just due to neglect or just not enough people focusing on disposing of their trash or having too many vehicles driving around. Thanks for watching.